Hello everyone, Jeremy Jacobowitz here, aka Brunch Boys, aka one half of the Monday Night Pod, Wrestling's War Podcast. And today I bring to you the weird and wonderful world of wrestling. Each and every single week I go through the archives and I find for you, well, the most weird and wonderful moments in wrestling history. And today I bring to you the tale of the time when the Giant tried to run over Hulk Hogan with a monster truck. Okay, the backstory. So it's the third episode ever of WCW Nitro, and we're in the years-long feud between Kevin Sullivan's Dungeon of Doom and Hulk Hogan, as Kevin Sullivan tries to finally end Hulkamania. But he might just have the key to this, because the Giant has been making his WCW debut, and he is here to crush and kill Hulkamania. And now remember, at this time, it's already weird. The Giant isn't just the Giant, oh no. He's being positioned as Andre the Giant's son. Stupid already, I know. So we're leading into, this is the day after Fall Brawl, we're on Nitro, and now we're leading to Halloween Havoc, which is a whole other weird and wonderful moment in wrestling. We might get to that soon. But tonight, we're talking about a scene that actually happens at Main Event, a random, stupid WCW show before Fall Brawl last night, of when the Giant tried to run over Hulk Hogan. So let's set up the scene, finally. We're in the mountains of Asheville, North Carolina, the beautiful mountains. Mean Gene Okerlund is there with the Hulkamaniacs going wild, brother. And up rides on his hog Hulk Hogan himself. And you know, he's cutting a Hulk Hogan promo. America, America, America. Red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow. I mean, this is like old school Hulk Hogan from the 1980s. They're trying to reestablish it in WCW, and it's going okay. But then, as Mean Gene is doing the interview, we hear an even bigger rev, and you see Mean Gene looking scared. What's happening? What's going on? And out of nowhere, a monster truck barrels through the scene, coming after all the Hulkamaniacs and Hulk Hogan. Hogan and the fans just dive out of the way. And then we cut to a completely other shot that clearly wasn't shot at the same time, of this monster truck running over the hog that Hulk Hogan had ridden in on. That's right. The Giant, driving this monster truck, goes over, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, destroying Hulk Hogan's motorcycle. How could he? We get a close-up of Hulk Hogan looking pissed. He throws his helmet at the monster truck and starts slapping it on the slide, slapping it on the side. All the Giant can do is laugh. Like the evil person the Giant is. And that's how the scene ends. One of the weirdest but wonderful moments in wrestling history on an early episode of Nitro. Now, where does this all go, you might be asking? Well, if you're a wrestling fan, you know exactly where this goes. This is actually the setup for when Hulk Hogan and the Giant faced off, not in a match, but in a monster truck match, when they're on top of the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit at Halloween Havoc, and they're having the monster truck match. And then, of course, Hulk Hogan tosses the Giant over the side of the roof. But they still have a WCW Championship match later that night. And the Giant just appears. There's no mention of it ever. Of course, then the Yeti appears that night. It is just full-on wacky, but this was the setup to all of it. That moment in the hills of North Carolina where the Giant tried to run over Hulk Hogan. If you're looking for it, check it out on the network. If you want to hear more about that episode of Nitro, check out Monday Night Pod Wrestling's War on all streaming podcast platforms. It is the September 18th, 1995 episode. And yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think. And if you have any other suggestions for weird and wonderful moments in wrestling history that I should check out or bring to you guys, let me know that too. And subscribe, like, follow, share this video, do all those fun things.